everyone, and a very warm welcome to everyone joining us from around the world. Today, we are honored to bring you a very special episode of Futurecast Voice of Wisdom, where we celebrate story of resilience, courage, and the unstoppable power of youths. Well, our guest today is someone whose journey is not just inspiring, it's transformative as well. Well, he is none other than uh, Syed Bhaiya. Hello, very welcome to our show. He turned his power to purpose. It is all the odds. It secures also scholarship to study in United States as well. But he didn't stop there. He rose to become a voice of the voiceless, a guiding light to the Rohingya youths, and a powerful reminder that hope can be born even in the darkest place. So tonight, we won't just hear a story, we will witness strength. We will learn from a young man who carries the dream of his people in his heart and weight of their silence in his voice. So stay with us, engage with your thoughts in the comments, and let this conversation remind us why stories matters. So, Syed Bhaiya, how are you?
First of all, thank you so much for having me. Alhamdulillah, I'm doing good. And I hope you are doing the same. And all the audience that are joining us, I hope they are doing also fine. And I'm looking forward to have a fruitful conversations and discuss lots of things tonight. Yeah, looking forward.
Okay, thank you for agreeing to join our show. It is a pleasure for me to host you today. So let's begin with your story. Like, can you tell me from the very first, like when you came to Rohingya camp of Bangladesh, plus how about your journey so far?
Um,
Let us know about you first. We will continue then.
yeah, okay, thank you so much. So, just to share a brief introductions of myself, my name is Maung Sawyedollah. I also go by Said and Saidullah as well. I born in a small towns in Myanmar, in my home country, and I have been just a high school student there when the genocidal campaign against the Rohingya started, and I, including my family, and more than a million Rohingya were forced because of the massive wave of violence that took place in Rakhine State during 2017, and that forced us to leave the country. And I reached to Bangladesh with lots of people, not alone. And it was September 27th when I first arrived to Bangladesh. And after crossing the border, I received lots of supports, including my families, from the local people, from the local Bangladeshis. We have been provided basic needs and foods, and also we have been guided where to go and where we stay for that night. It was the very first night of our day, our time in Bangladesh, where we know no one, we know nothings, and the language was also different, but still we have been fully supported and we receive required needs. And that is how people slowly ended up building their small shelters, and we finally started having an organized and a systematic camp through the help of the local people and the local law enforcement organizations. And that is how we became I started living the refugee life in the Cox's Bazar refugee camp.
I think it must have been a very, very hard journey, as I was actually also listening from my another life as well in my previous life. It's like, as I said before, it's something normal people can't even imagine or feel it if they haven't faced it. It's like coming from in one country. It's like in very scared moment, not knowing are we gonna be alive or not, are we gonna have a place to sleep or not, are we gonna have foods or not, or have shelter in our head. it it's a very stressful thought. From well, there are many youths in the camps as well right now. They're also confused about their future, what is gonna be like, or what's they're going to be like. But you, as for me as well, you are a example. You are a hope for your community. That no, you can do it if you want. You can't lose any hope. So now you are at USA. Congratulations! I know you have faced so many things. You didn't give up. So now at we will go to your story when you turned. So when you went from Bangladesh to USA. But before that, I would like to know: do you get do you still have connection with your people in uh, in your camp? Do you have communication with them or not?
Yes, it doesn't matter where they are. They can be in the refugee camp, they can be in Myanmar, wherever they are. In my understanding, how far I fly, I can say, but I can never lose the ground. So my people is my ground. I can never forget the people, and I can never forget
Yes.
the environment that I came from. So I still have communications, and I still even have many things that we are doing in the camp. Even though I am far from the camp, I am far from my community, but I'm never far from thinking of my community and thinking of doing something to bring positive changes for our people. So I'm continuously on that. In fact, I'm now taking even more like impactful actions for our people.
Thank you so much. So, I would like to know what are some of your earliest memories from life in your Rohingya camp, a refugee camp in Bangladesh,
So the life
as
is
you are now
always
part of
the
your
life is always
community as well. Yes.
yeah, mix of ups and downs everywhere we go. It's not only because of staying in the refugee camp, even in all the people lives. So the life is always ups and down, but especially when it's come to living as a refugee, it's really hard. It's really not easy. Being a refugee is not easy. That is what I usually used to say. I have lots of good memories, and I also have lots of hardship that I have gone through, and lots of difficulties that I have gone through. And when it comes to the good memories, I can of course say about my friends and the quality time I spent with them, and the activities that we have been doing together in the camps, and the achievement that uh, we have achieved in the camp. All those things are the good memories. And some difficult situations that I have gone through in the camps are because of the limited access to the resources, and limited opportunities, limited hope, even to hope for a better future. And also even because people in the camps are losing their hopes every day. Like when we came to the refugee camp in Bangladesh, our only thought was that we are not staying in Bangladesh for like this long time. Every peoples wanted to return to their homes as quick as possible. Even for me
Right.
myself, I was like, okay, maybe I will be staying here in the camp for 1 or 2 months, and then we are going to return back to our home. Because we expected there are people coming to help us to do that. But now it turned out that it is us who need to do ourselves, who need to bring changes for our own people. There is no one coming to help us in that aspect. So in doing lots of those things, I have been lots of memories with lots of people, not only the Rohingya in the camp, but also the Bangladeshi brothers and sisters. Lots of people I have been working together. So there are lots of good memories, and also lots of difficult situations that I have gone through.
Well, based on your saying, what would you say was your biggest challenge after coming to the refugee camp? Well, the biggest challenge would be surviving from your country to come here. But after that, what would you say that what was your biggest challenge that you faced, and how did they, shape your identity?
Yeah, well, the thing is, when you do not have identity, you have nothing. Literally, you can say that you have nothing, because there is no identity of you. So who you are, to prove even who you are, is difficult for you. I also kind of like do advocacy with the local authorities in Bangladesh. At the same time, when I do that, I also hear some concerns and some the policies that the government of Bangladesh is thinking about the Rohingya. So I also agree with some of those policies, some of those concerns about the Rohingya peoples. But still, it's somehow also impact to the Rohingya people to live their life the way they went. I can say, for example, but in being a refugee camp, we should not be expecting that much. We should not be expecting that much because. We are not in our own country, we are living in the land of other people, so we really need to stay like at a very low level with our status or something like that. So the there are two three things that I have been trying to address, because those are the main challenges and main problem that I saw, not only for me but for many Rohingya people. The first thing that I have encountered was the internet shutdown, because there was an internet shutdown in the camp. There was no internet at all in the camp. That made people disconnected from the world, and that made, especially to me, I was studying in an online university, and I no longer able to do my assignment, to submit my assignments, like lots of difficulties. But because of the advocacy that we have been doing, and because of the also support from the Bangladeshi people, there are also lots of Bangladeshi people who raised against the internet shutdown in the camp. We finally got internet shutdown restored in the camp. And the second
Oh my
thing was the education. Second thing was the
God.
education, because there was no formal educations in the camp at all, and we have been continuously doing advocacy on that to improve educations in the camp. And the education system in the camp somehow improved, but still no, we need to keep improving on that. So those are
Mhm.
like some challenges and difficulties that I saw is important for me to play a role to bring changes. And there are also many more, but these are the two things that I have been trying to address.
Well, in my previous life, I was also many much concerned about the children's education as well. We were talking about children's. Abdullah Bhai, he was our guest. He said that they have been reducing the educational supplies right now. So, which actually, as I, what would the children grow up in, with what mindset, what would they know about the world? Well, they also have the rights to education as well. So as you were saying, you for education you have advocate, you for education you have come this far, you have come, uh, you have faced many struggles, but for that one step that you wanted to complete your education, now you came from, actually from, you crossed the borders from actually Bangladesh to USA, where so many people can't even go with proper so that's a huge step. So many youths, I have been analyzing your profiles in your comments as well. So many people wants to know, it's like how did you get there, it's like how did you got the opportunity, or how did you, face the struggles. So many people, youth from your community wants, community from your community plus to my community, everybody wants to know what was your strength behind it, what was your strategies behind it, and how did you come so far. So would you like to please explain to us that about your journey to Rohingya camp to USA, from Rohingya camp to USA?
Yeah, thank you. So, first of all, I will say I would mention a very well-known saying, which is everything seems impossible until it's done. So it's also
Right.
the same. In my case, I can say I have been using the commitment and like the passion as the main tool to make this happen. So these are the main two main tool. I can say I have never ever give up, even though there are many things that I realized that I can not go forward, but I didn't gave up. I have been finding like if one way is stopped, then I try for the alternative. I do not stop because of a route is stopped, because there are many ways in my understanding. So because of a route is blocked, because of a way is stopped, it does not necessarily mean I need to stop. There are other ways that it's only a matter of keep finding ways, and it's only a matter of staying committed to what I really want to do. So
Right.
for me, how I ended up my struggled making it a like an achievement for me to make myself from the refugee camp to the United States started when I realized the importance of education for the Rohingya. So,
Right.
yeah, education is the only tool that we can use to bring changes. Is the main
Undoubtedly.
powerful tool that we can use to bring changes. And at this moment, because there is no any existing empowering channel for the Rohingya peoples, and there is also no any direct solutions to the crisis of the Rohingya people. So now we are in a time that all of us are trying to find a way to find a solution, even to find where can be the solutions for the Rohingya people. That is why still this Rohingya crisis is not addressed, because no one know how to address, how to solve. No one know. Every people know little, very little. I can say very little. So, and
Exactly.
also, yeah, when I realized that it is only us, only the Rohingya people who can do better for them than anyone else, because everyone who say they are working for the Rohingya people, they also have their families, they also have their own cause, they also have their own businesses. So when they say we are working for Rohingya people, we are doing something for the Rohingya people, they only do it in their free times. But the Rohingya people themselves are always free, losing their hopes every day. So I wanted
True.
to just use the potentials of the Rohingya people to make it into actions and to do something for our own people, for our by our own self, something like that. So that is when I say I started doing advocacy for the internet, because this is the thing that disconnected us from the world. And the second thing was the education, because these are the tools, not something the foods. Like we are receiving food in the
Right.
camp from the WFP, we are receiving other different humanitarian assistance from other organizations, but these all are the things that we are being fed, I can say, and it finished when it's finished. But the tool that can never finish. For example, I usually used to say to all my friends, if you are looking for something, don't look for fish, but look for the technique how to fish, so that you can start fishing yourself. So you do not need to rely on others to come and give to you. You can go out and look for yourself. So that is when this is kind of the motivation that in that encouraged me to keep fighting for the education. My main motives and my you know main step that I have taken was not only for me, for lots of Rohingya who are willing to get access to higher education. So it started um, with a letter that I have written to the Ministry of Education in Bangladesh, Education Ministry. It was, I think, in 2018. I have written a letter to the Education Ministry to allow Rohingya land in the camps, and to give Rohingya access to higher educations. And I did that letter. I sent that letter because I communicated with a university, and I don't want to expose the name of that university in Bangladesh. So when I wanted to apply to that university, the application process was somehow moving. But as soon as they realized that I'm a Rohingya, then they say, sorry, we cannot give you an admission offer because you are a Rohingya. So then I was like, okay, then why? this university cannot give me admission offer is because of who am I, because of being a Rohingya, because of being a refugee, and because they are being restricted by the policy and by the rules of the Bangladesh. So that is when I taken the step and sent a letter to the education ministry explaining the importance of education and explaining why it will not only be profiting to the Rohingya people but also to the Bangladesh and to the people of the Bangladesh. But I never received a response. To be honest, I never received a response. But I never stopped there. I have been keep writing to many stakeholders, many government official and different universities, different non-governmental organizations. But I haven't received like a positive response so far from anyone. I can say, even not from the
Till now.
NGO. Yes,
Till now.
yes, yes. So that, because when we say that is when I also changed the strategy. I will share about it,
Sure.
because when I write that letter, I only explain the importance of education. I only request to get access to education. I never shared what can be the possible ways to do that. So for example, I can mention it clearly. I wrote a letter to the UNHCR, UN Refugee Agency, UNHCR, requesting them access to higher educations and working together with the government of Bangladesh to create a pathway for the Rohingya student get access to higher education. But they responded to me, and their response is something like, unfortunately, it's not possible at this time because we are restricted by the policy of the government, something like that. So no one know there is a way possible, and I was like, okay, no, I should not be relying on anyone's. I should be doing my own steps, and I started identifying the restriction that is imposed on the Rohingya people, why we cannot get access to higher education. So the first thing I realized was the Bangladesh authorities, Bangladesh government worry if the Rohingya is going to study higher studies in Bangladesh. The first thing is a problem with the culture and with the integration. So the government worry the Rohingya people will get integrated into the society of Bangladesh, that Bangladesh government never went. And as for me being a Rohingya, I also never went that. I also never went to compromise my identity, to hide my identity. I'm a proud Rohingya. I have my own tradition. I have my own culture. So, and in some conversations, I also heard from some Bangladesh authorities saying that if you are studying here in a university in Bangladesh, everything that you are going to learn is about Bangladesh. So it's not necessary for you. For you, what you need to learn is about your own country. Most of the university in Bangladesh, even though these are like the international university, say we follow the international syllabus, but still most of the thing that we are going to learn is about Bangladesh, is about all about Bangladesh. Then I also somehow convinced with them, because it's not me to learn about Bangladesh, because I'm not like going to stay forever in Bangladesh, and my future is not in Bangladesh. My future is in my own country. So it's like the best way for me is to learn about my own country, and or something learning very universal, very international, that is useful everywhere, something like that. So when that is not an option, like getting access to higher education in Bangladesh is not an option for me to understand, then I was like, okay, so if this is not an option, then what can be other possible options? That is when the idea came to my mind about applying like in out of Bangladesh. So I have
You
been.
did all of this within yourself, like by
Yes, yes,
yourself.
yeah.
Oh my God,
So
that's
I started applying to different universities in Bangladesh. I mean, sorry, out of Bangladesh. Even though I know there are many challenges and many restrictions and obstacles, given I'm a Rohingya, I'm a refugee, I cannot go out of Bangladesh. Given I know that, but I still just wanted to get started myself, because I also believe when we went to do something, the entire universe came to help us on that. The only thing is that we need to take the step ourselves. So I started
right.
applying. I applied, I think, in almost 150 universities online, all around the world, and I got admitted to a few universities, including the NYU, the one I am studying right now. So I chose the NYU to continue my higher studies because of their rank, because of their quality educations and everything. So when I got admitted, I was, of course, a little bit happy, that I got admission offer from some university, but still not that much, because I know that is not the only solution for me to get access to higher education. The more challenges and the barrier still remain for me. Uh,
Correct.
so
Like
I
the
was
visa
like,
process and
yeah,
everything.
the visa process and all these things. So
Yes.
one day I share about this with one of my friend that I know from the US embassy. I shared him
Yes.
that I received an admission from this university. Is no, what can be a possible way for me to get into NYU? And he was like, okay, because you are a refugee, you do not have a passport, and without a passport, how can we facilitate a visa for you, even though if we want to? So there is no possible way. But it, that that comment made me like something. Is it like I have come already too far? Maybe I cannot go more, something like that. In that way, but still I say, okay, no, I came this far, I should be going, because
You
this is
did.
also something impossible. From a refugee camp, getting admission in a university like NYU directly is something also like impossible for many people, even in my
Many
own
people.
understanding.
Right.
So I was like, that motivated me. The
Right.
admission offer motivated me. I received the admission offer, and this there must be also solutions for me. So I have been keep talking with the people in the US embassy, and there was uh, like a time I received an email suggesting me like to apply for a visa interview, and there was people inside the US embassy who have been also guiding me and helping me, seeing my commitment that I'm not going to stop. I am going to do everything possible from my side. So they encouraged me to apply for a visa interview. I did that, and in all the requirement regarding the passport, I only put my passport number as, in some places I put 00, and in some places I used the number of the refugee card that I had in Bangladesh. So I did that, and I have been like scheduled for an interview. So it was a very also very normal process, like Bangladeshi people go through, like a very normal
Good.
process. Just the difference was like in my passport place, I have put like 00 or the number of my refugee card. So I have gone through all the procedures. So the first time I reached to the U.S. embassy office in the Dhaka. Um, Without the passport, they are not letting me into the embassy office, but I do have an appointment letter with me. When they saw the appointment letter and I say I do not have a passport, they are a little bit like feeling like weird. They are
Shocked.
feeling a little bit shocked, like how come you do not have a passport but you do have an appointment letter? So
Later.
maybe they communicated with their management, or I don't know what. I have been sitting there for a while, and they say, okay, you can go. And there was like 2 3 like check-in there in the like before getting into the consulate. So I have crossed all those check-in in that way, like I explained to them, and they communicate back to their office and they let me in that way. So after going there, they asked me about my information, like um, the admissions and all the process that I have gone through, and why you applied and what you are going to do with this, and lots of things. It's a very usual the way they do to other people as well. And and they say, okay, we can like if you are selected, if you are eligible to issue you a visa, we will definitely do issue you a visa. But the problem is, um, we cannot guarantee that you can go to the United States, because we are now in a foreign sovereign country. We only have control in our own country. We can issue you a visa that is in our hand, but with only a visa you cannot go to the United States. You need to have a passport, but in your case you do not have a passport, and to even cross the airport check in Bangladesh, you definitely need to have something. And in
We
that
stop
case,
there. Right.
yeah, and in that case, you really need to have like a security
A
clearance from the
passport.
government of Bangladesh, so that you can show that one
Okay.
instead of your passport. And once you crossed the Dhaka airport, everything is up to us. We can handle all of other things, but um, like until you can cross the Dhaka airport, it must be between us, and it must be also between the government of Bangladesh internally to them as well. So I also had very good communication and very good connection with lots of people within the government of Bangladesh. Some people, I mean, because I have been working in the camp, not
Right, right.
myself, in coordinations and in collaborations with the with many local law enforcement agencies there. So I do have good coordinations with them and good communication as well. So they know me. Yes, that's why in my case it was a little bit easy. So when the U.S. embassy requested for security clearance from me from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They, they asked it again to the Ministry of Home Affairs, Home Ministry of Bangladesh, and they assigned some like investigations officers. I can say they came to the camp when they came. They know I am me. They know they already know me when they, uh, you know when the instructions to check about my identity and about if there is any criminal records or any other security issues about me, when that instruction came to the local law enforcement agencies in the camp, they already know me. Even without investigating, without talking with me, they can give the reply to the office. But they also talked with me like this. We are being asked to talk with you and check if there is any like that thing. So finally my also security clearance is approved, and when it's approved they issue me the visa. The only unique and the different process for me was because I didn't like handed over
And
them
the
my
passport.
passport.
Right.
So for them it was a little bit like a different process to give back the visa to me. So they invited me to the US embassy again through an email, asking me, come here, you can pick up your
Passport.
visa, your visa.
Right.
Yeah, because I do not have a passport. The security clearance was in my
Where
hand,
did they
but I
put the visa? It's like normally they would stamp it in the passport, right?
yeah. So for me, the visa that they issued to me is on a plain paper. Maybe I can show you.
Okay, yeah, sure, sure.
Ah,
That would be very
so yeah, that is the something I can say. So this is
okay.
the visa. This is the visa on a
Oh,
plain paper they made.
okay.
So that is
Just
how.
wow. That paper holds so much power. That paper, that single paper. I wouldn't say about the passports, but that single paper has so many hopes and power for
Yes.
what I can feel and say. Right.
So yeah, so the thing, when I received this one, I have like just gone through all the like normal procedures and all the processes. Even in the airport, when the immigration check, during the immigration check, when they see this one, they were also like shocked. What is this? We have never seen this. Like, where you are going? I say I'm going to study. I'm going to study, and this is from the U.S. and this one from the Bangladesh, and you are from the Bangladesh, so you are better also going to, I mean, So, and that is how they let me cross the check. And
Mhm.
after that one, I never faced more like this checking, because in the JFK here in the airport in the New York, when they see this one, they already realized it's only just a matter of checking the number there in that one. So it's kind of like a special travel document. So they see there is a number, and they type that number in the system, and I'm already there. That means it's official. So that
Official.
is how I
Right.
finally reached to the New York and started my journey with NYU. And I'm like expected to finish my program in next academic year.
Okay. That's great. That's way too much inspiring story. It's like you down, you never gave up. I would like to say this to every youth that is losing hope, that is getting frustrated, that maybe I should stop, maybe I don't have any other ways, maybe I won't get. Many people, not only from your community, from other part of the uh, there are many people who are having the same hope, who are also trying to get to somewhere like USA, for example, or trying to, raise their voice in an international floor as well. They want to. I have seen also seen many people's with you in your videos and uh, pictures that they are also raising their voice regarding something. So they also had to, like, you know struggle through all the process. The one thing difference sets between you and all is that you never gave up. It's like whenever you saw that I don't have any hope left, you said, no, that's not my end. I have to try and try again. You didn't stop when you faced rejection from Bangladesh in universities. Like, as for the policies, you didn't stop making connection with people, which is very, very important nowadays. I would like to say to the youths that you must make connections. You never know who comes to help. You never know who is actually going to help you. So make connections, more connections, because you never know where your new doors will be opened. So from your whole experience from Bangladesh to USA, as I was saying, you never step back. Like, no, I have to go there and I will be there. No matter how, and no matter, I don't know, but I have that faith in Almighty. I have the faith in me that I must go there. Nothing can stop me, and no struggle can stop me. I will try and try again. I will communicate again. So many people will lose their hope at some point, like when they can't even get into the uh, when they are getting negative results from the government of Bangladesh or government of that they are in their country, or visa rejections, or they will be like, oh, will USA, like the hardest to get visa, a country that is the hardest to get visa, or where you will always a face something like, even if I cross my country's immigration, will they accept me in their country or not? That is something you always have fear in your mind. So you also didn't, got scared in that. You you had that power in yourself, that no, I have to do it, and you did it, and you are now sitting in front of me in USA. But I also can't. I also didn't. I was also applying for so many things. I also didn't, you know apply to USA. It's like, maybe the visa will be very hard for me to get, so let's skip it. So you are actually inspiring me as well, that no, I should not give up. Maybe in a process with lots of struggling, I will have a way to get that opportunity, and I can do it. You never know when the doors opens for you. So that was the wholesome of, you
Yeah,
know
exactly.
history. So that
There is
that
also
should
another one thing. There is also another
yes,
one thing. So the first thing that I was saying is the commitment, that staying committed and never giving up. That's two things. And another thing is having the goal very strict and very clear. So in most of the cases, what I have noticed among my community youth are like, I went to do something, and at the same time I went to do another thing. So the focus and the energy that we are using divided into too many different things, I can say. So we should have our focus very clear, our goals very clear, that I am going to make it happen, and I am only going to like used all my time in making this thing possible. So it's
possible,
not,
right?
yeah, it's not something like I went to study, I went to do a business, I went to be a photographer here, I went to be doing something like. So yeah, there are also some things that we can do for our hobbies that doesn't require energy at all because we enjoy on something. So something that we need to put effort, we only need to be putting effort on that things. That is when there is a like higher chance of getting these things possible for us. So that is also a main thing I can share about.
Thank you, thank you, thank for your opinion. Thanks for your story. It actually means a lot for us to. For me, as I was saying, it is also inspiring me to have hope. So, in that process, what currently are you doing right now at USA for your community? I have been seeing your activities, like it is that is very wonderful, but I would like my audience to know about it clearly more. So would you like to share your activities that you are doing for your community in USA to all beside the studies as well?
So I am trying to do different things, but my main focus is on my studies. So
Right.
everything that I'm doing effectively is to complete my graduation, my studies. That is my main priority at this situation. After that, I'm also doing different things when I get free time. So it's only when I get free time. So the thing is, I'm doing some remote activities in the camp because there are some teams that are working for my organization. So there is an organization that I established in the camp. It's called Rohingya Student Network. And at the Rohingya Student Network, we are doing different activities to empower our own peoples and to bring awarenesses, uh, like those things. So there are different kind of activities that I have been trying to help. I have been trying to help those activities go smooth in the camp. And I'm also trying to do here at New York to you know to build a community. I can say build a supportive community because in New York I am the only Rohingya that I know, and there are some other Rohingya like they are far from me, and there are also Rohingya in Chicago and some other places. And I'm trying to like find out other Rohingyas in the New York, and there are already two that I found out, and in the New York. So now we are three, I can say. So that's the second thing, and the third thing I'm trying to do is raising awarenesses about the Rohingya people and about the generosity of the Bangladeshi people in New York to everyone that I meet, because people in New York, when I before coming here, I was kind of like maybe people. Most of the people in the world know about the Rohingya people, but
Right.
the story is very different. When I reached here, no one in the New York. Almost like 99% of the people I meet even do not know who the Rohingya are, because all the people that I'm meeting in New York are not New Yorker. They're coming from different parts of the world. And when I'm living in New York, I am visiting many different countries at the same times. So I'm not only in New York right now. I'm visiting, like, let's say, I'm visiting Switzerland. I am visiting even the China. I am visiting Russia. I am visiting India. I am visiting Bangladesh. I also have lots of Bangladeshi friends as well here. So, and most of the time, I just go and hang out with Bangladeshi students that are studying with me and other different universities. And there are also a Bangladeshi neighborhoods. I go there, and whenever I feel I'm missing home, I need to eat something desi. I went to eat something like from my home. I go to the Bangladeshi neighborhood because the food are similar to the Rohingya, like almost similar, I can say. And the food in the US are like sweets that I cannot eat. I'm trying to make myself habit of that. And yeah, mainly the awareness is just socializing with the people. Is only my first year here. I'm socializing with the people and raising awarenesses, sharing about the Rohingya people, the story of the Rohingya people, and the Rohingya people's situation right now in Bangladesh, and of course the support of the Bangladeshi people that are being offered to the Rohingya people. So I'm just trying to raise more and more awarenesses about the people. And one thing that I can say for sure is like how it's going to be helpful for the Rohingya people. yeah, it is of course going to be helpful for the Rohingya people, not only for the Rohingya people, also for the Bangladesh as well. When I say I am also raising awarenesses about the Bangladesh, uh, it's because,
Education.
let's
Yeah.
say, no, there is like a very very negative impressions or negative policy for the Rohingya people in the Chinese government in China and in the Russia, and there are some other countries who usually vote against the Rohingya people when it's come to any resolution in the UN Security Council or in the UN
Okay.
General Assembly. So they are against of the Rohingya. Not only against of the Rohingya, some country are even against of all the people in Myanmar because they are supporting to the dictators in Myanmar. They are supporting to the military junta in Myanmar.
Right.
So when I say I am raising awarenesses, I am talking with peoples. Mostly, I am targeting people from those countries. I'm targeting people from those countries because they are here, they are
Their
studying.
view.
Yeah, they are
Mm-hmm.
studying. They are the generation, they are the younger generation of those countries.
Exactly.
So when
Mm-hmm.
they have a positive impressions about the Rohingya people, they do understand they are going to be the future leader of their country. So at that time, their
Exactly.
policy will definitely be changed. So that is my strategy that I'm trying to employ here in the New York, and that is how I am targeting people from those countries, especially to bring more and more awarenesses.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful that you have thought that. Well, mindsets helps you to, overcome something. If you change their mindset from like the beginning, and well, as I say, this generation is the next future. All the childrens are the next future. If you make them conscious and do not spread like misinformations or hate, or like, and you teach them what actually justice is, like what actually should be done, then they're actually, you know uh, with with that mindset, they're actually going to make the right decisions or make the right impact in the near future, as well as for now as well. As you say that you have friends right now from that countries, well, the positive change will also bring the positive actions as well towards you, or they will also have that thinking to help however they can. It's like they also got connections, right? If they can also change their connections mindset, maybe that will be more helpful in near future for you, for your community, plus as well as in the perspective on Bangladesh as well. Because I have seen not so many Bangladeshis also having negative thoughts about it, which is actually not right. In this, there are many people who are helping, who are trying to help however you can, however they can, as you said, but it is not their sole job, or not their sole you know target. As you say, your community have to stand by yourself and try things that can make, that will be helpful for them, because they have nothing other things to be taken care of, because they, what you need, what Rohingya community needs is now is stability. It's like they actually need a stability, because as far I can even imagine, it's like there is no stability. If I will be in that situation, I will always thought, what is my future is going to be like, what my children's future is going to be like. Are we gonna stay here till date, or even if I stay here, what we are gonna do, what skills we are gonna have, or how we're gonna earn, how my or the upcoming generation will gonna have that skills, or the environment, the peace, even for the peaceful mental health as well. I'm very concerned about the mental health, because I can imagine how stressful uh, a person's mental health could be from suffering to all of these things, still suffering as they don't know what their future will be like, or their family's future will be like. Maybe there are so many people, they have left their family in 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 Myanmar, who and don't know what, how they are like, or is they are safe or not, continuously living in a hope that my family, if my family is okay or not. That's actually stressful. So what would you like for Bangladeshi people, as for Bangladeshi people to act, like what would you say message to them, like what would you want for us to do more, so we can lend help? Even one drop of help is also a help. It can
Yeah. Okay.
also bring changes. So what would you like to suggest the people, what would you like to say to the people?
Yeah. Thank you. So we also discussed already a little bit that informations and misinformation is the way
Mhm.
to bring changes in the mind of people. So
Right.
that is like the one that I'm doing in the New York, just to give the accurate and the right information, presenting who the Rohingya are, so that the thing that they had negative about Rohingya people is erased from their mind. So the thing is, I usually use a concept to make this thing understand to other people, which is, let's say, like on a whiteboard. Let's say on a whiteboard, if we see someone draw a triangle. Whenever we see that triangle, we quickly realize that it's a triangle. We realize that it's a triangle only because that triangle is already in our mind,
Right.
because we already learned that is a triangle. That's why whenever we see a triangle, we realize that is a triangle. But
Right.
when we were learning, if we learn that triangle shape as circle, then we would be accepting it as circle.
Circle.
Even though if
Right.
we see the triangle, we say it's a circle, because that is how we learn it's a circle, even to the triangle. So no, for example, there are many incidents and many cases taking place where some people, very few people, try to say circle as triangle or triangle as circle, and most of us, we don't know in the truth, we don't know in the reality, we just
I can
accept
give
it the way
a
we
you
hear.
give a perfect example for that. The
Yeah.
earth is flat.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry,
Yeah.
but
So
I was getting
yeah,
in that.
so
Go
that is the
away.
thing. So the only thing that I can say, I can ask to the Bangladeshi people is, whatever they heard about the Rohingya people is not always true. So
Right.
to know more, to know the accurate and everything about the Rohingya people, I will, from the US event, even though I am not in the camp, I will definitely, I still have my family in the camp, I will invite them to visit the Rohingya camp and see the situation, if it is true
Exactly.
or not, what they are hearing is true or not. So in most of the cases, people, out of their personal personal interest and some other different political agendas, they spread misinformations and hate speeches
Right.
against the Rohingya people, not only in Bangladesh, in some other parts of the world as well. So people, that make people, change their mind, and they started thinking that the Rohingya people are that might really bad. Even I made lots of friends from Dhaka, from Chattogram, and from some other district in Bangladesh as well. So first time when I became friend with them, they do not know I'm a Rohingya. But when they realize that I'm a Rohingya, they get shocked, because they do not know how can a Rohingya be a person like you. Because in their understanding, Rohingya are like kind of like, let's say, jungly, like people like with always, let's say, who are always weak in every part, who are always dependent, who are always like rely on everything, and like who are a little bit like aggressive type of people. I mean, in my friends understanding, that is how what I realized. So when they realized I'm a Rohingya, they got shocked, like, how can a Rohingya be like you? I said, most of the Rohingya are like me. Go to the camp and you will see it there. Rohingya are
Yeah.
not the thing that you have heard. So the only thing that I will tell to my Bangladeshi brothers and sisters is, everything that you heard about Rohingya people is not right, is not true. And to understand the true situation and true suffering and true resilience of the Rohingya people, you are kindly invited to your own home country, to your own country, which is the refugee camp. You just go and visit the place. You will see it there, the reality, the truth.
But there are also restrictions to visit the camp. No,
There are
from
restrictions, but I can say that those restrictions are also for like for different security purposes, but people can ultimately visit if they want to. It's only a matter of taking the permissions from the camp authorities. So I do not see it a problem when there is a barrier between the refugees and between the local communities. When there is a barrier, I do not see is a problem. Most of the people see the problem. I do not see the problem because when we stay in the environment, we can like gradually get habit of that and changed to according to that environment. I never ever will support Rohingya to be like integrating with the Bangladeshi people. We might have the communication, we might have like connections among us, but I never went to become like Bangladeshi people because we are Rohingya. We have our, as I mentioned earlier, we
own
have our own
identity.
identity.
Right,
We have our own
right.
identity. We have our own culture. Even now, when we look around into the camp, some of the people, because we also have the Bangladeshi people coming inside the camp, they are working, right? So we see there are people, even the tunes of the people are a little bit changing, like it's changing from the Rohingya tune to a little bit like Bangladeshi tune. It's changing a little bit like that because it's almost like 7 years, right? More than 7 years. So I never went that. That's why I always encourage people to keep like
Identity.
identity strict for us,
Yeah.
and to keep practicing, even making more and more cultural awarenesses, like traditional awarenesses inside the camp, because I never want to lose our identity and our traditions and our culture. Maybe that also
Wonderful.
work. And also there might be, because since the Rohingya people are living in a very overcrowded area, it's very overcrowded, lots of people in a very small place, so there might be also security issues, not only for the Rohingya people but also the like the Bangladesh, I can say, because Rohingya have enemies. Rohingya have enemies. That is why we were forced to like leave
Come
forced
here.
to leave the country, so because we have enemies. So in if anyone want to do something, anyone want to harm the Rohingya people, it's very easy. If there is no any like that restriction, anybody can come to the camp and do whatever they want. It's very harmful
What they
to the
want.
security, safety and security. So it's a good thing that people can visit. I know I had friends, and I also invited lots of friends to go to the camp. So there are also people who went to the camp. So it's only a matter of um, just being like normal, I can say. I mean, there are also Bangladeshi people inside the camp living. So it is not completely disconnected from Bangladeshi people and the Rohingya. There are also Bangladeshi homes inside the camp. There are also Bangladeshis living inside the camp. So it's not all very disconnected. Uh, but for the people who come from very far, let's say from Dhaka, from Sylhet, from like that very far, even their, let's say their language is also even different, not only from the Rohingya, from the Cox's Bazar people, from the local people as well. So it's very different. So people
Exactly.
can quickly realize this person is not from Cox's Bazar,
It's
this
not
person is
from
not a
our
Rohingya,
community.
not from Chattogram.
Right.
So it's coming from far,
Right.
from another district. So it's the difference. So, but I think there is still ways. There is ways people can go. And I would also say that Bangladesh also should consider that people should be able to go inside the camp to visit, understand.
Present.
For example, there are researchers from different universities, students from different universities going to visit, trying to understand the situation of the Rohingya, and that can also bring awareness outside of the camp to other people as well.
Exactly. That's what I've been trying to do as well. It's like for the past few days, first few months, I have been seeing like many misinformations. Like here, I have been seeing for past few years now, but I also it's like I'm also connected with you guys, right? so many people from your community. I have been seeing your work. I have been seeing your. I have been. It's like I have been seeing how hard you were trying to, raise your awareness to the country, to the globe. I have been seeing the situations as well. I've been seeing the pictures. I've been seeing your points of views that most people are not getting. There are so many less consciousness programs about the Rohingya, or the regarding the policies, regarding the health, regarding the funds that are coming to Bangladesh for helping the Rohingya community. And it is also, as I am getting to know, that it is also getting reduced. Now, if the international uh, issue is an international, what would I say?
Support system.
In a support system is reducing by day, it's like that will be very hard. That will be very hard, to continue. There will be so much mess. It's like now there are many conflicts around the world. The media is now focusing into another thing, so they are like more focused on that. It's like obviously a that is a very serious issue, but that whatever happening in the camp is also a very serious issue as well. So that need to be more addressed, so it can come to the view again. Because uh, as I was saying, the funds are getting less by less, the support systems are getting less by less, the education systems are being less by less. Well, from it's like not, I can maybe hear from the outside of the camp that everything is going fine, but the people inside only knows what actually happening. So I also wanted to bring out your voices so other people can know, because I have been searching like live shows or speeches from your sides. I have been finding very less amount of it. So I guess it is matter of time that these issues need to be addressed more and more in our community to the around the world as well. Because I want to change our perspective about the Rohingya people as well. Because if even if I say somewhere, if I ask somewhere, I do not get that point, that much of positive notes. So I was like, no, you can actually check, you don't know about it. I was like, I have many connections, I have many friends from the camp, and I see their activities. So not, it's not like, not every people are like everyone. There are many evil person in uh, other countries as well, in our countries as well. Everyone has this has another mentalities, but they're already in a place and trying to survive every day. So that is a very uh, common thing. And what can actually change, if what can actually bring change is the education itself. So if we don't nurture their mind in positive note, or in positive way, they will be furious. That's very normal. It's like, even if you don't have a good if you don't get the positive vibe to the generation to generation, they will be actually be furious. You can say it, you can see the example in any rural places, from any community that are not like, that are unprivileged. So as you were already fighting for it, education is now the only key to nurture the mind. And yes, obviously for the Rohingya youths, you have to uh, even if you don't get more opportunities, you also have to learn by yourself. You have to learn from internet. It's like now internet, you can learn anything from internet. If you even don't get like mentor, you can actually like Syed Bhai also did, you can message people that I need this help, can you please help me. You have to communicate with people, not one people, five people, 10 people will reject you, maybe one people can help you. Maybe one people can actually help you to get what you desire, like the education. If you're like, you were also from University of People, right? You were studying there, right? This is also a good place to study from as well. Like we have like lots of YouTube channels that gives education free, you can learn from there as well. So it is it has been very necessary, and I would like to maybe there should be also uh, policies or opportunities to teach the teach the students or teach the children from the camp to learn through internet connection. Like you are now in uh, USA for your higher studies, maybe like you, many youths who knows your language, communicate better with the childrens, maybe can teach them through a like internet thing, internet platform. Like you can have a Zoom meeting, like if they have a screen, if they have a multi projector and a speaker to speak, maybe you can teach them, maybe you can help them to anyone that can express the language, maybe can do that as well. So I would like to you know
Yeah, yeah, thank you. It's a
that.
very, yeah, it's a very great suggestion. So, and of course, there are also already some initiatives that are being taken, like in different, different ways. I can say there are training sessions, and there are capacity building programs being taken by the Rohingya themselves, since there is no any other existing external supports or external programs initiative in that way. So Rohingya themselves are also not that much just always being relate on other people. For example, when there is no education system in the camp, Rohingya themselves open their own schools in the camp to teach their own children. So we have high schools in the camp that are run by the community. We have like that centers, like that learning centers, like that different Rohingya community
Is
based
there any
organizations.
certification for that or not? Because most of the universities, did your university wanted your certification passing a level, like
Yeah,
we
yeah, yeah.
say the
So
12th grade?
yeah, that's a matter, that's an issue. So the I think it is there are different possible ways, I can say. There are different possible ways. um for example, the camp based schools can try to to do their schools in partnership with some local schools, local universities, something that they can provide the accreditations, validity, or something like that. So I think it needs to have efforts from both the sides of the Rohingya, and also being open from the side those who can help to provide the accreditation, for example. So it's not only about the Bangladeshi institutions. It can be, we can also been try to do it with the education ministry in Myanmar, since now we do have a like online government in Myanmar. So we can also do like through them, and we can also try to get accreditation from the international institutions, like the one that you just mentioned, University of the People. I have been studying in that one since 2021. So I just graduated recently from that university. And for my university at NYU, I used the credits from that university, University of the People. So there are lots of many different options that we can go through. The only thing is just a matter of having the willingness to and going through. So and um, also one good thing is there are more than 100 of students right now in the camp studying at University of the People. I have been keep helping to the people since I have taken admission at University of the People. Keep encouraging to all my friends, just to explaining like what can be the benefits of studying at University of the People. It not only giving up knowledges, it also giving us some kind of certifications and the credibility to show it that I have studied in up to this, and it can be also useful for further studies as well. The way I used, the way I showed to the NYU. So
Exactly.
after my admission, I have been also making different videos, talking to different friends. I mean, I'm talking about University of the People. It was in 2021. So lots of people took admission, and some give up, some still studying, some continuously doing, and still there are students reaching out to me to ask for the guidance, and I have been trying to help as much as possible to them. And
That's
I just
great.
recently graduated, and after my graduation celebration, I can see there will be more hundreds of students being inspired by that, and will be continuing, and will get more energy, will get like a renewed, motivations to keep studying at University of the People. Since we do study at online, it's a little bit hard. We need a little bit like passion. We need a little bit like self-motivated, I can say, because there is no one to tell you you have to submit assignment, you have to do this. It's all by ourselves. If I'm not submitting assignment, it's up to me. I'm only not
Me.
going to get the grade. I'm not only going to get the grade. So when I get the less grade, I do not pass the course, then they revoke my studentship from University of the People, then I'm no longer continuing. That is how it's happening. So it need to have also self-motivation. It is me, I am submitting this assignment, I am reading these reading materials to not only understand, to not only learn, but also to apply it in my real life, and also to not only empower myself but my community as a whole. I am part of this community, and I'm going to contribute it.
Thank you so much. That means a lot. Sorry, I have been taking so much of your time now. I won't take much time, but we have some questions from our comment sections. We'll like to know. Fatima Apu said, what was the hardest part about starting over in a new country?
The hardest thing for me, I can say, is the food.
Ah,
um,
right.
yeah, it's because even after coming here, I have been like stayed hunger without eating anything for a few days, because whenever I go to a restaurant, or we also even have the meal plan here at the drum where I stay, but the food are always sweets. Still I'm struggling, but I'm getting used to it, because we are kind of like used to the spicy food, used to the rice, used to curry. Very few people eat rice here. So whenever I kind of feel like I want to eat rice with a spicy curry, and I do not want to cook myself, then I go to a Bangladeshi neighborhood here. Then they have different restaurants, so I just do that. So that was the
I will
hardest
try.
part for me.
I will try my best to send you some chilies from Bangladesh with my family members. So yes, possibly you will get it from New York. I have family members in New York, so maybe I can send some chilies from home back
Yeah,
home.
yeah. Thank you so
Like,
much. Yeah, but the good thing is, yeah, even though I have suffered with the food, but there are options. I can go to Bangladesh neighborhood. I can cook myself. Yeah, those things. I can say only that one. Only that one I can say. Otherwise, compared to the life in the refugee camp and the life in the US, is very different. It's like kind of the difference between the sky and ground. Because in the camp, I can say I hope and I pray that um, people in the camp And those that I have seen, the people in Bangladesh, there are also people in Bangladesh who have been living in very hard situations, who have been going through very
Right.
difficult time. I know lots of people like that, even more difficult situations than the Rohingya people. I have seen people like that in
Mhm.
Bangladesh. So I pray and I hope is one day those people, not only the Rohingya but those also the Bangladeshi people,
Exactly.
can have like an experience of the life, like in the US, not only in the US, in other countries as well, like out of those situations. So the
Mhm.
life here is like everything. I can say mostly the internet connection, mostly the internet connections for me, because the internet is very good here for me. When I was in the camp, the internet, I every night I needed to stay awake and go into a mountain to use internet. But here now I can use it from my bed. Like also everything is very convenient to other things, so it's quite convenient, I can say. Only the food was the difficult things
Okay,
for me.
Moshu Bhai, thank you for your answer. But Moshu Bhai said, "What do you miss about your homeland, even if you haven't seen it fully free?" I also think you had also restriction to go from one place to another in your country as well, from what I
Yes.
have heard, because it is also hard to face.
Yeah, so for example, let's say in Bangladesh, it's kind of understandable because we are not from Bangladesh. So if we are not allowed to go to other part, not allowed to go out of the camp, it's kind of understandable, even though it's kind of like it should not be like a situation for humans, being humans, but still it's considerable, it's understandable because even the support that we have been receiving from Bangladeshi people is more than enough for us. Otherwise,
Mhm.
who will let like a group of that much people staying in our own land, for example, like that? Who will be doing that? So we should be of course grateful to that. But when it's come about our home country in Myanmar, it's very hard. I can say it's very hard. Here, if I'm giving an example with with the US, no. If I went to go to a different town, there is no problem for me. I can go. There is no one asking me who you are and where you are going. There is no one asking me. And it's not only about the town. Even if I am going to different states of the US, there is no one asking me. But in Myanmar, being the citizens of the country, forget about the states. Even I didn't able to move from one town to another town, and
Yeah,
Rohingya people were kept in a limited town. I can say like two or three town. Even though to visit in those town from one town to another, yeah, we required to take a kind of like a permission, like kind of like I can say passport within, like just like a passport to go from one town to another town because of being Rohingya. I mean, we
that's
say it
really
right?
hard.
Kind of a document,
It's
so
like
I can say
it's
it's
like
like a
living
passport.
in another small country by yourself, and you have to go to another
Yeah.
state only. You can go to another state only when you have the pass or passport. It's like similar to having staying in Bangladesh as well, because you have to go to somewhere else, uh, like having, you know, passes. So that is really hard to actually face from childhood as well, growing in up with all the struggles. It's like whoever now is staying there, plus at the Rohingya camps as well. So yeah, what would you say that you miss about your homeland, like that
Um,
one thing?
I I can say I can miss everything from my home country,
Mhm.
from Myanmar, from Arakan. But the one thing I miss the most would be my home, but it no longer exists.
Okay, let's not go back to into that. Okay. So, Anwar said, would you like to go back to refugee camp after ending your studies?
I can say my plan is not living my life in the refugee camp. My goal is to live in Myanmar, not in the refugee camp. Refugee camp is not my home country, and this is not the land that I own. So my home country is Myanmar, and my dream is to return back to Myanmar, and not only me, also all the people. around the world to return back to Myanmar, and that is my uh, long-term goal of my life. I can say is creating
Right.
an environment in Myanmar for all the people, including me and those in the refugee camp and in other parts of the world, to enjoy their life, liberty, and security in Myanmar and in our home, enjoying all our equal rights. That is the dream that I dream.
That's
Not
actually great.
definitely
That's
not the
great.
not the refugee camp. Definitely
Exactly.
not the refugee camp.
Yes, you can help. You can find resources for them. It's like what the ultimate goal should be, that I want to go back to my country and reform the system. It's like I want my people to have the equal rights that others are getting. I want my people to go back to their own life, their own thing, and have the reform the old system and get into another one. That would be very. And I would like to add something. uh Said bhai, if you want you can. We have seen from this far that if when you want it, you can do it. So I am also counting on you, that you can, with all the make connections, make big connections in USA, get helps from around the countries, so many countries, and go it's like go back to your country and try to reform all the systems, all the seek for the justice that you all the communities that have been asking for it. So yes, I really appreciate your dream, I really appreciate your goal and mindset as well. Another I said, Mang Bhai, maybe how can you articulate and motivate the others of the Rohingya community? He's already doing it. He's already doing it. That's why I actually held the show, because many people are actually confused. Yes, maybe when all the youth gets to know about his journey more, it's like actually speaking from his mouth, maybe that will be more encouraging for him. And he has another uh, organization of his own as well, which actually motivating the youth, motivating for the you know uh, educations as well, the internet connections as well, for the resources as well. So I think um, all the youth, I would like yeah, Said Bhai, I would like
Okay,
Said Bhai
maybe I can
to
add.
make more videos, make more like it's like encourage them with your videos. Like yes, you should do it more. It's like we have seen all the words, I have seen all the words and the pictures, that also inspires me. But I think you should start this like uh, a video channel, like as we are facing to face, just for a guidance for them. It's not possible to capture a video by only writing or writing through the messages. But maybe what you can do is like make videos, so uh, people will be more aware, know it. It's like they will get the answer from your videos. That's why actually I arranged the shows as well, that people need to hear you from your mouth, and whatever in your thoughts.
Yeah, so the
You were
thing is, maybe I can add one thing there. That is, yeah, of course, making videos and that kind of awareness is a very like impactful things that we can do. At the same time, what I believe for me to do is more effective. Um, yeah, being a good speaker also like help people get motivated. It's true. At the same time, uh, in a state of only talking, in a state of only talking and only sharing the motivational video, if we prove ourselves achieving something, doing something, that is how people get more motivated. So for example, today, today people, some people are interested to hear to hear about my stories and to receive kind of some guidance from me, it's because I have already taken action. I was not only talking. So actions matter. It's only not about talking. So the thing is, like, even if I push the videos, I make the guidance videos and those things, another guidance that I another message that I would have for people, not only in the camp but also the Bangladeshi people, is that keep listening without acting is nothing. So you should not be only listening, you should not be only knowing the ways, but you should also go the ways, take the actions. And to do that, people need to have some courage. There is also a mental that we see the courage, because most of the people are afraid of failing, which I never ever afraid. I never ever I had that courage. If I am failing, I'm not failing, I'm just learning. I'm going to take the step even more bigger in the next time, so that if I fail, I know the weights. I know the weights. I know and I understand, the scenario and the step that I need to do and what I have to do. So yeah, that is the main thing. It's not only about being motivated, but also using those motivations into an action and taking the
Exactly.
steps to make it possible.
Right, but then they would actually love a mentor, I guess, because going to somewhere that you have been going to the places is not easy. It requires so much patience, struggles, hard work, and consistency, right? So I guess I would like to hear from you more as well. I would like to hear from the motivate, because as I said, you also motivate me as well in some point of time. So in some point, so yes, I would also like to suggest in behalf of your community and from our community as well, because it's like you actually represent the youth, you not only for one specific community but also from around the world, that it is also possible. If I want to try, when I get that set in my mind that that couldn't be the end, right? Or
Yes.
something can just end like that. It's not from Bangladesh, it's not for only Myanmar, it could be any part of the country, any part of the world, any part of vulnerable communities. So so yes, so you would be a very, it's like, as Baya also saying, he is the only hope, one hope that is left for Rohingya. We believe in his advocacy. Yes, I believe in your advocacy as well. So yes, I look forward to, uh yes, I know your studies, your focus, your right now you want to know the things, you want to know how things are done, how you can change the policies, how you can go to another person's, you can make the positive impacts, raises your voice. But I think there are many people, yes, by step, I would like to also request in by behalf of everyone that you also be the motivation, as you are actually the motivation behind many people. I've seen lots of comments in your profile. So yes, you are actually a, a, a point of hope for them. So I would like you to guide them to the videos, maybe when they say in English. I would like to, sometimes you can do it in your language, but if you do it in English, people from around the world will also get motivated, right? So as you are doing the advocacy in like groups, as in your organizations, but you actually set an example for many, many, many more opportunities for the youths and the hope for the youth. So yes, I would like to request you that you do these things, as I'm actually loving the whole life. I'm loving to hear from you. I'm getting motivated right sitting here. I'm loving to hear from you and your mindsets. So yes, people would like to know about it more. So yes, it was a video for knowing you better, for knowing you, your journey, for others to know you better, the situation that has been going on, or what your mindset is, and what others people also have this mindset actually to make the positive change. So yes, what you have been doing is wonderful. I love your thoughts about the futures, your goals for your community. So yes, thank you. It
Yeah, thank you
means
so much.
yes, thank you. I will love to host you another day as well. I have taken much of your time. It is very early in the morning there as well. It's like thank you for agreeing to do the show in a short time. It's like I messaged you maybe a day ago, and you were so into it. And thank you. It means actually a lot. Well, by I would like to read another comment. Maybe he wanted to know. I'm a student of from the RHEAP program, and also you are a student of the program. But how did you get in? Well, he said that you can rewatch the whole live, and you will get your answer probably, because he already said the step by step what he has done. Maybe you can, most importantly, what the thing is, you can never give up. You can, yes, he is a great person. He will also try to guide you, maybe also from the video that I have suggested. Maybe you will do it. So yes, hopefully he will also guide you. But one thing for matter that he has been saying and I have been saying, that you should not give up. You should try and try and try, and most importantly, you have to make good impressions and good, connections, and have actually good thoughts about it. It's like, if it's like, there is a thing like almighty, not even, not on not only almighty, but people, when people actually understands that how, it's like how serious you are, it's like how motivated you are, it's like to do that thing, how it's like people will actually know from your struggles and the way that you are trying. That's maybe also help Said Bhai to get where he is now, because people actually saw his potentiality. It's like his way of, it's like not giving up plus trying way too much. So yes, that I would like to suggest in behalf of him, that that's how you should do it. Like, you should never give up, no, from the opportunities. Look wherever you get the opportunities, look for the things you have. Now google them. Now we have also ChatGPT. Use it. Now use the LinkedIn, use things like that. Make, like, you can also uh, be the voice of your community as well. You can start by doing that as well in English, so others can hear from you and know your dedication as well, or whatever you are trying to do for your community. That will also help you to go in your goal, supposedly. So yes, maybe that's all. And again, side hi, thank you.
Thank you so much. And also, I
I
also
learned
made
so much.
some videos. Some videos. It is in my Facebook account. So there are some videos I have shared the steps that I have taken before coming here. And if any of you are interested, but it's in Rohingya language, so you can find the videos. But I think no, I have not posted lots of that thing, so it should be easy to find that video. So it's in Rohingya language. I have given the caption saying that the step that I have gone through to get admitted to NYU or something like that. So there are videos, there are resources. that I have already shared.
Okay, Muhammad Bhai said, I'm not here to know how he made his way to Pedigram to New York, but I'm here to see how he represents us. I noticed my brother is not just a name, he is a story of million of Rohingyas. Thanks. Exactly, that's what I have been saying. He actually sets the example, he sets the mindsets also that every Rohingya community should have, not only Rohingya community, every people should have the love for their own identity, the love, the want of justice, the want of make things all right is uh, it's like everyone should that have that uh, mindset. So yes, again, thank you. I won't keep you very long. Thank you again for joining us. Maybe maybe I would like to also help from you if you need any help in
Thank you so much.
my position. I would love to do it. And yes,
Thank you so
maybe
much.
each other one day.
Yeah.
Maybe I will also advocate for your country in your country. Who knows? Maybe I will try my best. So yes, thank you. It was such a pleasure to host you here today. Thank you. So that's for
Thank
today's
you.
show. We will have him another day with another topic. So again, thank you, and I am looking forward to see your more videos about encouraging youths. So thank you.